Namaskara everyone. This is Anne here from Apex Visas, and once again I'm here to discuss about Canada immigration business category. As you remember in my last video, if you have seen it, I promised you that I will be discussing week by week about Canada immigration business category province by province. So today I'm going to quickly, in brief, talk to you about Manitoba province. Manitoba was earlier, this category was known as MPNP, which was Manitoba Provincial Nominee Program. It's been replaced by BIS, which is Business Investor Stream now. So this has recently been replaced by this. Again, there are two branches, as I discussed in my last video with you. One is entrepreneur. I'm just going to write the short forms here. I don't want to kill the time. And another is investor category. So what we are talking about is the entrepreneur category. Entrepreneur Manitoba. Now the reason I have chosen this province here today is because this is the easiest way for getting into Canada through a business category. Entrepreneur, I explained to you last time, is a person who is a businessman here and wants to do a business in Canada too, a genuine business person. There are other provinces also, which I will be talking in my following videos, but I wanted to start with Manitoba because I wanted to start with the lowest investment. This is the province which asks for a lowest investment. Now again, the factors, as I discussed, I just touched on the factors last time. The factors here again that your application will be looked at will be, first is your age. Now remember, just like in skill category, you have to have age, no more than probably 30, 35, 39, you get points for that. In the entrepreneurial category, there is no minimum or maximum age. Yes, points are allocated, but then it is not the eligibility criteria. Even if you are 54, 55, 56, you are still pretty much eligible to apply for. You might not get points there, but no one can stop you from applying. So age is the one factor. Anywhere between 21 to 54, you will get points if you fall under this bracket. Points will be lower at the 54 age, but you will still end up with some points. Now remember, again, I told you last time also, that this is point based. There are again no minimum or maximum points, but yes, your application will be selected from the pool if your points are on a higher side. Now I've just got the news that last year when the LLAs were given, LLA is letter of advice to apply, which means your visa is pretty much like, on the finishing line. So the last LLA were issued at 90 points. So based on again these factors only. So you have to see where you stand, how many points can you make. So first is the age criteria. Second will be your business experience. I'm just going to remove this. So next is your business experience. Since it is for entrepreneurs, so they will look at how much experience you got. Again, the minimum experience required is 3 years. Minimum of 3 years experience is required to apply for Manitoba entrepreneur category. If you just say, I keep getting queries like, I've got a startup, I've got only a year's experience of business, you're not eligible. You have to wait for 2 more years at least to gain points. So if you are having 3 years experience, you will get some points on that. More experience, higher points. 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. The higher you go, higher points you get for your business. Next point is, and a very important factor, it's your total net worth. Now please excuse me for my dirty handwriting. So next is your total net worth. Now this is very, very important. Canada is definitely going to look at your net worth. I explained you last time also, net worth means your fixed assets, your properties, your mutual funds, maybe your luxurious cars. Sometimes they do not consider it. But whatever your net worth is, whatever you can convert it into cash if needed. So that's your net worth. They will minus the liabilities. Please keep that in mind. Your total net worth. Now again, higher net worth, higher points. Lower net worth, lower points. But the minimum net worth that is required is 500,000. Now I'm talking in Canadian dollars. Please keep that in mind. Whatever figures I'm talking is in Canadian dollars. So you can say roughly it will come around 2.5 CR. But again, this is the minimum net worth. You will gain very less points for this. If your net worth is more than this, then definitely higher points. And you have to remember that you have to increase your points. So try and see where you fit in here. how many years experience you got, what's your total net worth. Now in Canada, they're not very much bothered about turnover, whereas in Australia they are, which again I'll be discussing maybe in my following videos. But in Canada, these are the important points. And something very important is your business plan. They are going to look at your business plan. Now, what is the business plan? A business plan is your intention. Business plan is about your idea of what you are going to do when you land in their country. And one more thing, no investment is needed at this stage. Investment is only needed because I get a lot of queries again. A lot of people are confused about when to do the investment. So don't worry, you'll get ample time to do the investment. First, your visa will be approved. You will be first granted with a temporary work permit. That is a work permit. This pathway is not a pathway to straight residency. Please be clear about it. This pathway it's a work permit that you will get, which will then get converted into a residency. So you apply for Manitoba, you match these points, business plan comes. Business plan comes. This you will be only able to make once you do an exploratory visit to Canada, to Manitoba. Minimum of 5 working days are required when you do an exploratory visit. My advice would be, based on my experience, my personal experience, I would say at least make 15 days. Yes, it says that 5 working days are enough, but trust me, within 5 working days, you will not be able to search the market, meet the vendors. You will not be even able to, a couple of days will be just jet lag. So at least keep 10 to 15 working days for your exploratory visit. Now, what happens in this visit? When you go and visit, when you finally go yourself, you get to meet the people. You get to know the environment, the weather, what is it like? Because from here, if you haven't been to Canada before, from here, what you can see is only like in pictures, or maybe you can read on internet. But when you go there personally, then you get to say, how's the weather like? Whether you want to come to this country or not. How are the people like? You get to meet the real people. There are a lot of real estate agents, those who have got the list of businesses. Because I also get a lot of questions about how will we find a business, where to find a business, what business to do. So don't worry, once you land there, all these questions will be answered. So that is the reason this exploratory visit is very important for you. So once you do this exploratory visit, you come back again. Your visa is arranged, obviously, you'll get a tourist visa for that. So you come back, you make your business plan with some, person who specializes in business plans. This is my recommendation. You should always hire a business plan person. We can also assist you, but yes, not like, somebody who is really professional in making business plans. So you'll discuss with them, you'll explain him your experience of those 15 working days or 10 working days, what you saw, which businesses you were interested in. My suggestion would be to try and match your business plan with the current business, the business you are in at present in this country. So because then it makes pretty much sense to the Canadian government that yes, you want to come to the country with an experience of this business which you're doing in your native country. So you want to do the same business in Canada now. You will be generating revenue for them. You'll be hiring people for them, because these all things will come under your business plan. So this is pretty much an overview of Manitoba. It's a beautiful province, a lot of work opportunities out there. It's, I would say, cost of living is also pretty much low in comparison to main cities. I'll just give you an example of, again, because if you have seen my last video, or if you haven't seen, then I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I come from New Zealand. So these all countries, Canada, New Zealand, Australia, pretty much their culture is same. Yes, there are some differences, but then pretty much it's same. So let's say if you choose a province like this, instead of like, big cities, so the cost of living reduces. How it reduces? Let's say, let me give you an example of a house. A good house of 3 to 4 bedroom in a big city might cost you around 800 to 900,000 Canadian dollars. But in Manitoba, you might get that same house, not a replica, but again a bigger house, maybe around 400,000, 500,000. So that's the difference. So it's really advisable from my side that if you are choosing Canada, try to think about Manitoba. Do your homework, do your research. I'm always here to answer your queries. You're more than welcome to give me a call, drop me an email, and if you got any questions on that, I'll be more than happy to answer that. So yes, Manitoba is, and yes, they're open. They're accepting applications, they're accepting EOIs. Now is the time, guys, to make up your mind. And if you're thinking Canada, then Manitoba should be your first preference. So in my next video, I'll come up with another province probably, and we'll discuss about what maybe, or I might come up with Manitoba only. Maybe we can discuss about Manitoba's culture, Manitoba's environment, Manitoba's, day-to-day life. I might be able to, share some stories with you about Manitoba. So do let me know if you have got any queries. As in my last video also, I did get quite a few queries. And I'm glad that people were pretty happy when I answered their questions. So in fact, I encourage you that think about Manitoba. Don't go for just big cities. Don't be just a run of mill. Think about Manitoba because it's an easier way to get migrated to Canada under entrepreneur category. So good luck, guys, and I hope to see you again next week. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Bye-bye.